Hey, RedEye, I'm Margo Martindale, and please go see August, Osage County, Christmas Day. It's a laugh riot.
Hey, RedEye, I'm Tracy. Let's go see August, Osage County today.
Tracy, of course, most of the characters in this story are women. What do you find most challenging about writing female characters? And Margo, how can you tell when a man is writing a woman and gets it wrong?
You want to go first?
I can tell. I can tell you. I'm interested in complex women. Tracy writes them better than anybody I've seen in years and years and years. There is a playwright named Steve Metcalf, and he wrote a play that I did called Emily, and I thought it was one of the best written female parts I'd seen in a while, and he told me he wrote it actually as a man, and then put a woman's name on it, which was fascinating.
I wouldn't think you could make that switch.
Well, he did, and it was really good. Didn't have a big life, but it was.
Does that surprise you, Tracy? I imagine that's not your approach.
I know, that's not really my approach. It just seems that with female characters, there's a larger range of possibilities as to what they might say or do.
You agree with that?
With a man, you kind of know what to when one character says something to a man, I know exactly how that character is going to respond. When I have a character say something to a woman, I don't know what she's going to say. She always takes me by surprise when I'm writing it.
Tracy, has there been anything that you remember when you were working on either the play or the script for August, writing and being like, man, that is awesome?
Yeah. Because not so much in terms of, I'm not the best one to judge the material, but I can tell you that there's a moment in the play and in the movie when Uncle Charlie stands up to Aunt Mattie Faye. It was not part of the plan. I had not written him, I had not expected him to do that. And you look for these wonderful moments as a writer when suddenly a character sort of steps up and says, wait a minute, I have something to say, and they take you by surprise. I didn't know Charlie was going to say that, and I found myself surprised at my own character.
Wow, that's
great
incredible.
moment.
Yeah.
Tracy wasn't on set for the filming of the movie. How do you both think that would have been different if you were there?
I don't know. I don't know that it would have been different.
It might have been better and worse. It might have been better in that John might have enjoyed having me there to bounce some ideas off of and to talk to about some things. It might have been worse because I might have nitpicked over things that really didn't matter, and I might have intimidated the actors a little bit from feeling free enough to do what they did.
Or worrying that you weren't satisfying Tracy's creation, his image of what should be.
Do you think that would have been intimidating for you to have him there?
I prefer. I'm glad he wasn't there. Yeah.
Thanks, Margo.
Well, it was
He
interesting.
had a job. Come on.
It sounded like you were so involved, like even by not being there, involved in wanting to make sure it was fashioned right and came out the way you wanted. And then after seeing the film, you still had things that you were wondering if could be changed.
I was very involved in the pre-production, the creation of the script and the casting and pre-production. I was not involved in the production, though I was in constant contact with John Wells, the director, and then I've been involved in post-production. So kind of there for all of it except the filming of it.
Can a story ever have too much drama?
Can a story have? If it's real, I don't think so. No, I think if it's possible and real, I don't think so. Can you have melodrama? I think that goes into another place. But this is real, and it's dramatic and wildly funny.
I've had people tell me it's too funny. As opposed to too much drama, I've had
Really?
people say to me, it's too funny. It should be less funny. I'm like, yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, right.
Tracy, do you have your Pulitzer Prize around your neck, and can I try it on?
You don't have a Pulitzer. The Pulitzer Prize does not come in medallion form. In fact,
You can't make requests of what form you want
I
it
think
in?
the Pulitzer Prize, the prize itself refers to the check. I think that is the Pulitzer Prize.
You get a check?
You do.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It's all right. It's not like a
Okay.
MacArthur grant. It's all right.
yeah.
So you have your check framed around your neck.
No,
I get what you're
cashed
saying.
the check. I cashed the check and bought the jewelry I wear around my neck.
Gotcha. You've talked about not sort of half jokingly saying, I hope this wins every award it's nominated
I
for.
wasn't half joking. I wasn't joking at all. I hope it wins everything it's nominated for.
But obviously that's not why the movie was made. How do you define quote unquote awards bait versus something that if the awards come its way, great, but that's not what it's for?
Well, I think that if you start doing something to get an award, you've lost the path already. You do the work, you hope it's great, and then if that stuff comes, wow, even better. But if you're ever thinking that way, I think you've stumbled.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's absolutely.
Absolutely.
Every year
true.
it seems like something comes along that you just kind of get that feeling that has that Oscar sheen to it, that the quality isn't there.
Well,
But
sometimes that's also just a quality of the movie business, right? Where they sort of push everything to the end of the year, and they enter it in the horse race to see what's going to catch hold. But that's not the business we're in.
No, not at all.
I was fascinated to see the interesting story, Tracy, of when you got married.
Yeah.
Married in the hospital after an emergency gallbladder removal.
That's true.
When can we expect to see you work that into a play? That is amazingly dramatic.
It was kind of dramatic. It was the way it should have happened. It was a lovely, intimate, sterile.
Beautiful wedding.
That's what we all want to be said about weddings, right?
Great
Sterile.
suit.
Yes. Yeah, I was wearing my hospital blue. She was wearing my T-shirt. It was very
Really
romantic.
good.
Margo, I read that Julianne said you sang the entire Oklahoma songbook in your trailer on set. Is that true? And can you belt out some Oklahoma for me now, please?
I did. I know lyrics to way too many songs. I need to kind of erase so that I have room for other things. Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Oklahoma,
And the waving wheat
can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, Oklahoma, every night, my honey lemon nut. Every night we sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land. Yo ho! And the land we belong to is grand. So when we say yo, a yippee yo yay, we're always saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma. Yo!
Okay.
That was phenomenal.
I don't know that'll stay on here.